Good morning, students. In our last class, we have completed the lesson A Letter to a Friend. So, I think you have already started writing the notes of that lesson, and I think you also remember the story. Means what is the story actually? So, the story A Letter to a Friend is a story about Ramesh and Suresh who are friends. Ramesh lives in Hyderabad, whereas Suresh came to Hyderabad on some personal work, and he asked Ramesh to meet him at certain place, but Ramesh could not meet him. For this, Ramesh felt sorry and wrote this letter to Suresh. In this letter, firstly, Ramesh apologized Suresh for not meeting him in his visit to Hyderabad. He remembered how they both played and spent their time happily with their families. He told Suresh about his busy and meaningless life. He told Suresh how he spent his time from morning to evening. He felt that his life in the apartment was just like a frog in a well. He reminded Suresh many events of his childhood with him, like playing games, going to swimming pool, doing all the work together in school, going on a picnic, celebrating Dasra and Deepavali, etc. He pitied he pitied his daughter, who was always silent and spent all her time playing computer games in a very limited world. He felt that he missed the real world in city life. He felt that he missed everybody and everything in his busy life. Finally, he was happy that he had found time to write to Suresh and share his feelings. So, this is what the story A Letter to a Friend is. So, today we are moving to the new lesson, that is Unit 2. Theme is social issues, and the name of the lesson is Oliver Asks for More. So, if you see in your textbook, see here, social issues. Read the saying given below and answer the questions that follow. So, here they have given a saying. What is it? Home is the happiest place in the world. Isn't it? Home is the happiest place in the world. So, wherever you may live, but when you live in your home, it will be the very happiest place, isn't it? You may enjoy here and there when you go out, but the actual happiness will be in your home itself, isn't it? So here the saying is telling that home is the happiest place in the world. So here there are some questions. See here, what does the sentence mean? What does this sentence, home is the happiest place in the world, mean? This sentence means that there are many places in the world that can give happiness. Among all the places, home is the best. Anyone can be happy at home. Second, do you agree or disagree with the view expressed in the saying? Why? Do you agree? Having a home and a family in a social status, being in a family, gives the feeling of living. Home is the safest and the happiest place in the world. One can feel secure and happy at home among one's family. So I agree with the view expressed in the above statement. Do you like your home and why? Do you like your home? Yes, we all like our home because it is the safest, happiest place in the world, isn't it? So, moving to the lesson, Oliver asked for more. This is an extract from the novel Oliver Twist, written by the British novelist Charles Dickens, 1812-70. It is the story of an orphan boy named Oliver who is brought to a children's home. So, actually, what is this story? This story is an extract, means it is some part of the story taken from the novel Oliver Twist, and it is written by whom? British novelist Charles Dickens. And this story is about an orphan boy, and his name is Oliver, and he is brought to a children's home. Mr. Bumble walked on with long strides, little Oliver firmly grasping his gold laced cuff trotted beside him. So, what is happening here? You can see Mr. Bumble walked on with long strides. Strides means long steps. So, Mr. Bumble, he was walking on those long steps. Sorry, Mr. Bumble was walking with long steps. Means while walking, he was means he is placing his feet very long, means in distance, means with long strides he is walking. And little Oliver firmly grasping means taking a firm hold of his gold laced cuff. So he was holding his gold lace cuff, and he was walking firmly. This little Oliver, he was walking along with Bumble, holding his gold laced cuff, and trotted means ran and walked fast, taking short quick steps, trotted beside him. So this man, Mr. Bumble, he was walking with long steps. So this boy, he was unable to follow this Mr. Bumble. So for that, what this boy is doing, he is holding his gold laced cuffle firmly, and he was tottered means he is means some part of the way he is running, some part of the way he is walking. Like that, he is trying to walk along with Mr. Bumble. Oliver had not been within the walls of the workhouse a quarter of an hour when Mr. Bumble informed him that the board had said he was to appear before it forthwith. So, see here, Oliver had not been within the walls of the workhouse a quarter of an hour. So, he was not there within the walls of the workhouse. So Mr. Bumble said Oliver that the board had said he was to appear before it. So Bumble informed Oliver that the board has means the board has informed him to appear before them. So what is meant by board? A group of people who have power to make decisions and control an organization. Means we can call it as head of that orphanage, that workhouse. Okay, so they want to appear means to be seen before it forthwith means immediately. So Bumble informed Oliver that board means members of the a group of people who are running that organization. They want to see Oliver immediately, not having a very clearly definite notion of what a live board was. Oliver was rather astonished by this information and was not quite certain whether he ought to laugh or cry. He had no time to think about the matter. Mr. Bumble asked Oliver to follow him into a large whitewashed room where 8 or 10 fat gentlemen were sitting round the table. So what happened here? Not having a very clearly defined notion means clear idea of what a live board was. Live board means board with life. So this boy Oliver, he don't have an idea of what a live board is. So Oliver was rather astonished. Astonished means very surprised, means he was confused and he is surprised at what a live board is. So astonished by means he is surprised by knowing that board want to see Oliver immediately, and he was not quite certain whether he ought to laugh or cry. When he heard about this, he was confused and he didn't understand whether he has to laugh by that or whether he has to cry. And he had no time to think about the matter. Means he don't have much time to think about what to do there. So Mr. Bumble, what did he do? He asked Oliver to follow him into a large white washed room. So Mr. Bumble asked Oliver to follow along with him into a white, large, washed room where 8 or 10 fat gentlemen were sitting round a table. At the top of the table, seated in an armchair rather higher than the rest, was a particularly fat gentleman with a very round red face. So, in that 8 to 10 members, that see here at the top of the table, seated in an armchair rather higher than the rest. So there are 8 or 10 people sitting round the table. So there in that 8 or 10, one person was sitting little high in an armchair. How he was looking? He was particularly fat with a very round and red face. Then bow to the board, said Bumble. Oliver brushed away 2 or 3 tears that were lingering in his eyes, and seeing seeing no board but the table, bowed to that. So bow means move someone's head or the top half of a or half of one's body forward and downward as a sign of respect. Bow means if we see any of our elders, we just bend our head and wish, isn't it? In the same way, Bumble asked Oliver to bow to the board. Then Oliver, he brushed away means he dropped 2 or 3 tears from his eyes, which was lingering means exist somewhere. So he brushed away means he dropped 2 or 3 tears from his eyes, seeing no board means this Oliver don't have an idea what a board is. He was actually thinking board means a blackboard which we use for writing. So he can't find any board, but he just, what did he do? He can see the table and he bowed to that table. What's your name, boy? Said the gentleman in the higher chair. So one of the gentlemen in the higher chair asked Oliver, what is your name? Then Oliver was frightened at the sight of so many gentlemen, which made him tremble. The beadle gave him a tap on his back with his cane, which made him cry. So when one of the gentlemen asked his name, Oliver was frightened, means afraid or feeling fear. At the sight means by seeing so many gentlemen in one place, Oliver was feeling very afraid or fear, and that made him tremble. Tremble means shake in a way you cannot control because you were nervous. So even we also, if we ask you any question in the class, when you don't know, you'll start trembling, you'll start shivering, isn't it? Even the same this boy was. So beadle means a minor church official. So what did that beadle, that minor church official do? He gave him a tap on his back. Tap means hit somebody quickly and lightly. So see here, that particular official of the church, what did he do? He gave means he hit with a cane on the back of Oliver. By that means that Beadle has bet Oliver with a stick. So by that, Oliver was crying. So, boy, said the gentleman in the higher chair, listen to me. You know you're an orphan, I suppose. So, when Oliver was crying, one of the gentlemen in the high chair, what did he say? Boy, listen to me. That gentleman was telling, boy, listen to me. You know you are an orphan. Orphan means a child whose parents are dead. And he means I suppose. So he's telling that I think you know that you are an orphan. What's that, sir? Inquired poor Oliver when that gentleman said that you are an orphan. And this Oliver don't understand what it mean. Then Oliver inquired, asking, what is that, sir? The boy is a fool. I thought he was, said the gentleman in the white waistcoat. When Oliver asked, what is it? What did the gentleman with the white waistcoat said? The boy is a fool. Why? Because he was asking what is an orphan. Hush, said the gentleman who had spoken first. You know you have got no father or mother, and that you were brought up by the parish, weren't you? So when the white waistcoat gentleman was telling that the boy may be fool, then what did the gentleman was telling who spoke first was, he was telling hush, and he was telling, you know you have got no father or mother, and that you were brought up by the parish means a church committee. As you are not having father or mother, the church committee has brought up you, weren't you? Then for that, Oliver was answering, yes sir, replied Oliver, weeping bitterly. When see here, when the gentleman said that as you are not having mother and father, you were brought up by the church committee. For that, Oliver was saying yes sir. And what the Oliver was doing, he was weeping, means he is crying bitterly. So I think you have understood the lesson till here. We'll be continuing the remaining part of the lesson in our next session. Thank you. Have a good day.